Hello, today we will be solving trig equations, and today's equation is 2 sine squared of x plus 3 cos of x minus 3 equals 0. And so, the first step would be to convert 2 sine squared of x to 1 minus cos squared of x. So, and this is because sine squared of x plus cos squared of x equals 1. And when you solve for sine, it gives you 1 minus cos squared of x. So, 2 parentheses, 1 minus cos squared of x plus 3 cos of x minus 3 equals 0. And now the next step is to distribute the 2. So, 2 minus 2 cos squared of x plus 3 cos of x minus 3 equals 0. And the next easiest step would be to combine like terms. So 2 and negative 3 gives you negative 1. Negative 2 cos squared of x plus 3 cos of x minus 1 equals 0. But we have a problem. We don't like having negatives in the first term, so all we have to do is multiply by negative 1. So 2 cos squared of x minus 3 cos of x plus 1 equals 0. Now, one of the only steps we have left is to factor. And so we know that this has to be 2 cos of x, parentheses, cos of x, right? But we don't know to put a positive or a negative on either of these. And the way that we can figure this out is because since we have a positive in the second term, we know it has to be either a negative and negative or a positive and a positive. But since we have a negative here, it must be negative and a negative. So negative, negative. And this equals out to have 1 and 1. And now you can check by foiling it out. So, the next step is to make 2 cos of x minus 1 equals 0, and cos of x minus 1 equals 0. And so all you have to do is solve for cos of x. So now this 2 cos of x equals 1, divide that by 2, which equals cos of x equals 1 over 2. And then this one would just equal cos of x equals 1. And now, all we have to do is to figure out where in the unit circle these would be. And so, it would be a good idea to draw your unit circle. So here we have 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. And also, a good idea would be to draw out your two special triangles. So here we have our 45, 45, 90, which is 1, 1, root 2. And here we have our 30, 60, 90, which is 1, 2, root 3. And now, all you have to do is figure out where 1 on our unit circle, where is cosine 1 on our unit circle? And we know it's here. And so that would equal out to x equals 2 pi. Another good thing to know is that here, all of them are positive. So sine, cosine, and tangent are all positive in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive, and in the third quadrant, only tangent is positive, and in the fourth quadrant, only cosine is positive. So, now in the next one, where is cosine of x? 1 over 2. And we know it can't be our 45, 45, 90 triangle, so it must be our 30, 60, 90. But the only one that makes sense would be 60 degrees, because cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And that means that x equals pi over 3. Because 60 degrees is the same as pi over 3. But we have another solution. So the best way to figure this out is where else is cosine positive? Well, here in the fourth quadrant. So all you have to do is 2 pi, subtract that by pi over 3. Now you just have to find the common denominator, which is 6 pi over 3 minus pi over 3 equals 5 pi over 3. So those are your answers. So x equals pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and 2 pi.